as I walk in the bare mountains, climbing higher and higher, looking at the beautiful scenery, the dancing brooks, colorful leaves. I feel rejuvenated. It's chilly, cool, crisp air. I sit down and meditate with Tamo meditation, which revitalizes me, fills me with vitality and full of energy. I continue the hike, looking at beautiful colors of the foliage and literally the nature dancing in front of me. I arrive at Pine Meadow Lake. I sit down to meditate, looking at the whole scenario, looking at the whole nature around me. I wonder, is this all about? No. There is probably something higher than that. I go within. As I go within, the awareness starts shaping up. The awareness starts becoming more and more predominant. I look at myself, my name, my mind, my body as a third entity, dealing with samsara in the best way it can. Not that there are no faults. There are many faults. And there are sufferings because of the faults also. And I watch. As I watch, I separate myself from the existence of the ego, the identification as the mind and the body. As a participant of the samsara, I walk away from it all. I just watch by remaining aware of it, not letting the awareness sway either way, continuously watching. The ego is like a dog. It has been barking for so many decades. It still barks. It tries to maintain its own empire. It still wants to expand, still has desires. All these things is like a barking greyhound or Alsatian dog, looking massive. Is this the way I'm gonna go in? When I'm filling little by little with the vast kingdom of awareness, I realize this is not the right approach. Sufferings one has are the cause of one's own mistakes, spiritual mistakes, thinking in the wrong direction, going in the wrong directions, acting in the wrong directions. All these things happen because the mind likes to bark. But that's not the perfect way to walk into the divinity. One has to become a puppy, subdued, calm, in a devotional state, filled with gratitude, filled with submissiveness. Your sufferings you don't bring. Because if you bring your sufferings, you have not gone deep enough. You have not gone deep enough to realize that sufferings were because of your own mistakes, your own desires. Bring your mistakes, not the results of the mistakes. Bring the mistakes, submit them at the foot of the divinity. Become a submissive entity. Then awareness lifts you up and takes you on a journey. As you let go your ego behind, old mistakes also stay behind. Mahavir and Buddha both had past, and so did you. No big deal. Nothing to be afraid of, because the divinity lifts you up, and divinity lifts you up regardless of your mistakes. But the last thing you want to bring is complaints about your suffering. You made mistakes and you suffered. That's the end of it. So bury the suffering first, and then bury the mistakes by walking away, accepting your mistakes as mistakes in a totally submissive way. As you are being lifted up by the awareness, realize the generosity, realize the magnanimity of this empty state of consciousness which is lifting you up. As you go within, it takes you, lifts you higher and higher on the wings of awareness. As the awareness starts getting sharper and sharper and sharper, it starts getting lighter and lighter in weight, and it starts expanding. This is not the same awareness which was focusing on your ego. This is the awareness which is aware of itself. So as you go deep within, you are being lifted up higher and higher by pure awareness. You don't have your physical body with you, but something is being lifted up, and you start experiencing the higher states of awareness, where awareness remains awareness by itself. But that's not where the beauty stops. That's not the end of your journey. As you keep going higher and higher, awareness starts dropping, because there is nothing to be aware of. Your ego has disappeared, and along with that, the whole sansar has disappeared. As you rise higher, you become more subtle, more transparent, almost infinite, and a pure existence settles in. Unexplainable silence remains. There is nothing to talk about. silence becomes the language. If you speak, you're gone. In this state, thinking is speaking. So you choose not to speak, not to think, just enjoy the ride. As you go within, total silence remains and the shunya state happens. There is no physical characteristics of any kinds. There are no thoughts. Everything has become remote. And in this state, you just remain. This is the pinnacle of meditation. And there is a long way to go beyond. But the approach you take while sitting in meditation matters the most. Be in a submissive mode. Calm down. Be a puppy by accepting your own mistakes as the cause of your own sufferings. Remove your complaints and accept yourself as the reason for your own sufferings. Until then, the godliness will not lift you up.